What's good, everybody? We are back with another phenomenal, sensational, magnificent, a whole lot of other adjectives.
Killing them.
Show of the No Hedger podcast. I go by the name of Rip 16, the GOAT.
I am Ty, the Fly Jet.
And we are the Mighty No Hedging podcast duo. And, you know, in lieu of the belt to ass that's been delivered lately, I like to start this show off with a little smidget of a segment I like to call GOAT Talk.
Go talk it.
Can I get a Stone Cold Steve Austin what? You were supposed to say it, but I'm going to add it in there anyway. It don't matter. I'm going to still hit you with something slicking in a can of oil, but it's going to, you know, it's not going to be as slippery when you feel it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Okay.
H, I, J, K, M, N, O, P. I'm looking back like, what's L?
Where's the L?
What? I ain't seen one in so long, I don't know what it looked like.
Well, the problem is...
that ain't a problem at all.
Well, here's the thing. Winning so much, bookies going missing.
They going missing.
Turning into Casper. Halloween pass.
That's what I'm saying. I thought that was at least 2 weeks ago.
Damn.
You can put the ghost costumes up.
But that just goes to show you how much we've been winning lately.
That's crazy. The legend of the teaser continues.
Yep, let's keep them going.
Rest in peace to the Mamba.
Yep.
The teaser got the same amount of rings as Kobe.
What?
If I hit another one, I'm ordering the straight jacket.
What?
It's pretty much where we at this point. What's L?
No such thing.
But yeah, that's exactly why you should like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel.
Pay attention. Listen. Take notes. Play some. We talking the real shit.
Because if you would have played some of these bets or some of this stuff we've been talking about, then you would have definitely been up in your account.
You've been up.
You've been definitely up.
You've been up for sure.
For sure.
October, November, killing them. And we're going to keep this thing going.
Crazy work, as Shady say.
Yeah.
Crazy work.
But yeah, man, make sure y'all hit that link in the description. Props made easy. I watched them. I sat next to a person who hit a 12-leg parlay this past weekend on props. This man put $1 down and won 1,000. Not, you can't make that type of shit up.
Nah.
And by the way, put this bet in last minute. But it happens. So make sure y'all go hit them props, man. There's some money to be made as a props for sure.
Yeah.
I seen it. What else we got for the people, man? I think that's mainly it, man. You got anything else you want to tell the people before we dive into the show? For real?
Nah, let's get into it, man.
Well, let's go ahead. Start this thing off with a wonderful segment, a classic, but always a goodie that we like to call Takeaways. So what do you got for the people for your takeaways?
I'm going to start with the best team in the league by record.
Who that?
By record. The best team in the league by record.
We talking about them already? I thought we was talking about them later. But go ahead. Do you?
I was just want to take away how they just keep winning games.
They find a way to win a game. The Chiefs seem to find a way to win a game no matter what.
Always. Offense, defense, special teams, referees.
For sure. I was going to add the referees in there for sure.
Coaching.
Sure.
They find ways to win games.
Out coach you out, quarterback you out, run you out, defense you out, special teams you. They going to find a way, man. Baker fought. I be feeling bad for Baker because he be out there trying.
Play his ass off.
Baker be playing.
Stiff arming the guy. I think it was Chris Jones. Stiff arming to the sideline. Throws a ball, a completion.
Throws a dive.
To Rashad White for a first down.
And threw a dive.
What a competitor. I want to play for that guy.
Yeah. Baker's really good.
Yeah.
Baker is really good.
Yeah, they brought
really
it
fun
up.
to watch. A lot of energy. Love the way he plays football. However, the Chiefs gonna chief. At the end of the day, they find a way at the end of the game. A tipped block field goal. Really?
Yeah.
Who wins like that?
Yeah.
The Chiefs, that's who.
And you know what I just thought about? That was the wrong game. Am I high? Because that was the 49ers with Baker Mayfield.
Baker?
Mm-hmm.
That was
49ers and Nick Bosa. That's what it was.
Nick Bosa. Yeah, he did that to Nick Bosa. The Chiefs also pulled off some. Well, I'm talking about the block field goal.
Mm-hmm. Block
but
field goal.
Baker did do that. I'm thinking about the other game where Baker was also fighting against the Chiefs and still lost. Yeah. But regardless, the sentiment is the same. Baker's really good. That was a takeaway. Even though they can't seem to close the game for shit against these very good teams.
Bo Nix played well. He played well. He got him in field goal range at the end of the game. I mean, what else can you expect him to do after that? You know, you get your team down there for an opportunity to win the game on a walk-off. But, I mean, it's Kansas City. It's the Chiefs. Yeah. But nothing else. Nothing more to be said about that.
That was a division game, too. They fought really hard. Bo Nix played a lot better in that game against the Chiefs than I thought. And also, Baker Mayfield, not that I thought he was going to play bad against the 49ers since we're all kind of jumbling this together now.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield against the 49ers was also very impressive during that game.
I think we're a little hurt by the fact that the 49ers couldn't cover 5 points. I think that's
I think you're a lot hurt about that.
I'm a lot hurt.
Because I didn't bet.
I'm a lot hurt. They killed 2 parlays, so I'm a lot of hurt.
They did kill a couple parlays. We won some other parlays.
Yeah, we won some other ones, but it would have been a clean sweep.
Yeah, it would have been super clean.
Yeah.
Had they covered that. But they did cover my teaser, so shout out to the good old 49ers for that.
Nah, but let's get into your takeaway. You want to talk about what?
I want to talk about your team.
My team?
I want to talk about your team, one of them. The Giants. The New York Football Giants. It is something to talk about. I figured out what their problem is.
Talk to me.
I figured out what their fucking problem is. You know what their fucking problem is?
Daniel Jones.
Not just Daniel Jones. Yeah. He's holding the ball for 2 fucking business days.
Yeah.
And the guy, it's not because the wide receivers aren't open.
Right.
He doesn't fucking see him. Like, I seen this man. I thought it was a questionable play, right? So, the flea flicker was a questionable play. To do that flea flicker at the time they did the flea flicker, I was like, I don't love this. However,
it's a 2 receiver route.
It's a 2 receiver route, and both receivers were open.
Wide open.
So I will give Dayball credit that he called, the OC and Dayball, they put together a play, got 2 wide receivers open, and Daniel Jones is sitting there patting the ball like it's his weave.
I don't know what he's looking for.
I don't know either. I don't know if he's waiting for God to come out and say throw the ball or what.
He's not it, bro. It's just what it is. He doesn't see. He doesn't throw in anticipation. He doesn't throw receivers open. He waits for receivers to get open, and then when they do get open,
it's like he doesn't know their routes.
He's not confident. He has no confidence in what's going on. It's like
he don't know his wide receivers.
If he's not running the football, bro, throwing the ball is not his strength.
Yeah, they start calling him Vanilla Vic. I was like, simmer down.
Yeah.
But they're the most effective when he runs the ball because he doesn't see what the hell his wide receivers are doing. And I figured out that's exactly what it is. I know Daniel Jones is the problem. I know they have multiple issues. However, I was trying to see, is this like Dayball calling some plays that's not suited for his quarterback? Or is he calling a play and his quarterback just can't see what the fuck is going on?
The quarterback just doesn't see what's going on, bro.
And I'm like,
I think Brian Dayball
seen it on that play.
I think he's doing everything that he possibly can. Outside of going up and going under center and throwing the ball himself.
I will say Dayball
make him successful.
I will say the best thing I can say to him is try to make it simpler, because Daniel Jones does not
How simple can you get?
I thought the flea flicker play was a little bit too complicated of a timing.
That's about.
And if you're a good quarterback, you should be able to do that. But as the coach, you should know that your quarterback is not that damn good.
Well, here's the thing.
I need to do stuff that he can do.
Most of the plays, they're short throws. How simple can you get?
Well, that wasn't the shortest throw.
No,
when
but
I was
I'm
looking
saying
at that
for
flea
Daniel
flicker.
Jones, what Brian Daboll's been doing is dialing up plays that are short throws. Because the problem is Daniel Jones can't throw the ball 15 yards down the field accurately or consistently. Either or. So he's simplified the game for him. It's just Daniel Jones fucking sucks. That's just what it is. That's the bottom line. I don't care. It could be Dayball. It could be Pat. I don't care who the coordinator is or the coach. Daniel Jones is not the answer.
I mean, yeah, I agree, but I mean, for now, that's who you got.
You an NFL quarterback. You cannot miss wide open receivers like that.
No,
you missed Malik Neighbors on the first drive.
First of all,
open.
he wasn't even really looking Malik Neighbors' way for most of the time. At this point in the season, it's like Malik Neighbors is your target. You got somebody who's like Junior Jamar Chase over there, so you want to just look his way. If he fucks up and he misses it, I'll live with that. Yeah. At least you keep targeting him, because at this point, that's your best chance on offense. Tyrone Tracy, he's been looking pretty good. He's been generating some run game for the most part. But the Panthers had Bryce Young out there smiling.
Oh, yeah.
Bryce Young was out there smiling.
He had a good day.
He had a pretty good day. He was out there smiling.
And
like
dancing
the whole game.
And everything. Yeah.
Dancing, smiling. That's the happiest I've seen Bryce Young look like he was playing football, and he had himself a time in Germany.
We're a bad team, man. Bad team. Bad teams do what we do. We get the ball overtime. First thing we do, we fumble the ball in their territory. They kick a field goal ball.
Yeah, they put a hit on his ass.
Bad game.
His knee
Bad
turn.
game. Bad teams, man. Bad team.
Knee turn. He said, "Oh, had it."
There's nothing else to talk about with the New York Giants, bro. The only thing we need to be talking about is tanking for Shadur.
He said the Shadur.
Tank for Shadur. All right.
Yeah. What's another takeaway, man?
The Detroit Lions, man. That game with Houston on Sunday night. Man,
that defense was crazy.
It was a lot going on in that game. For Houston to be up early like they did, Jared Goff throwing 5 interceptions. One I ain't gonna count. It's more so like a punt. He just threw it down the field. But 5 picks.
One of them got tipped.
Yeah, 5 picks. To throw 5 interceptions in a football game and still win.
It's ridiculous.
On the road.
Yeah.
I was saying, I'm like, dude, the freaking the Lions are giving the Texans the game, and the Texans could not capitalize off of the interceptions after the first half.
No.
CJ was giving the ball back.
But I give credit to the Lions defense because
Carlton Davis, bro.
Carlton Davis came out of nowhere one time and got a pick.
Yeah, right out the half, first pick, turned the game around then, and then that one in the end zone, CJ threw the ball late. He should have threw that shit earlier because Buddy was wide open.
He did. They was yelling, throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball. But Carlton Davis came out of nowhere, man. I didn't even see him on the screen.
Nah, he wasn't
just
on the
showed up. They snatched it in the end zone. So I give a lot of credit to the Lions defense, but this goes back to what we've been saying about the Lions for probably 2 years now, is they don't quit.
They don't quit
during a game. It showed up that game. And Zadarius didn't even play yet. Coach gave him a bye week. So to me, that just said a lot about them as a team. Because Jared Goff has been putting them in phenomenal positions and making it a lot easier for them to win a lot of these games. And I think a lot of games he actually hid the defense, and I think the defense returned the favor to him and paid him back this game and hid his horrendous offense. Because a couple of those passes, I was like, what the fuck is Jared Goff even seeing right now? Yeah,
it was crazy. But, I mean, Houston, they was stopping the run. So that's Detroit's bread and butter. Running the football, play action, throwing the intermediate routes to
it opened up a little bit more in the second half.
Yeah, it opened up more. But for the majority of the game, Houston was stuffing that run, and they couldn't do anything. Montgomery couldn't get off, but then towards the end, Jahmyr Gibbs, he started breaking towards the outside and started cashing in. So
and I still give Houston's defense some credit in that. I love the metallic red helmets; those are fire. But they did that. They drew 5 interceptions, and they didn't even have Will Anderson playing that game. He was nursing an ankle injury. So, to me, the defense was a takeaway, but I like to parlay that defense into Monday Night Football defense, if you don't mind. That Rams Dolphins game, both sides of the ball was after the quarterback, and both sides of the ball were not moving the football during that first half whatsoever. They was getting stopped on both sides. Jared Verse was out there having himself a day. He was in the quarterback face every time I turned around, as well as the other 3 guys on the line. They were also in the backfield. Then I watched the Dolphins turn around. I was like, oh, bet, hold my beer. And they came back and did the exact same thing.
Yeah, they was tearing Stafford. They was getting after Stafford.
It was on Stafford's head. But In the second, they really led that game though. The Dolphins led that game from wire to wire, but it was a lot more intense than the scoreboard kind of showed in the end. But it felt like the defensive pressure was so strong that Stafford was really kind of
out of sorts.
He was out of sorts the whole game because it was even a touchdown on the goal line. He had to Kyron Williams, who kind of leaked out right there and inside of the 10. He missed him and threw it to the back of the end zone. He had Kyron right there. It was an easy touchdown. Could have got me some more fantasy points too, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But to Tua's credit, he didn't look that way in the second half. They was chasing him.
They said Tua had the shiesty on.
Tua had the shiesty. Yeah.
They said Tua with a shiesty is wild, crazy work.
Too shiesty pulled it together in the second half. Like in the second half, he wasn't flustered, even though he had a lot of pressure on him. Even though he was getting chased down, got people after him. But that quick release that he got saves him from a lot of sacks. Yeah. So he's getting pressure, but I mean, he's used to throwing the ball so quick anyway. Right. I think that helps him in a lot. So once you get Achane going, once you get Tyreek Hill start getting a couple catches, Waddle started off with some catches and disappeared for like 3 quarters. But to their credit, the Dolphins do look a lot better. That defense looked very good during that game. I like both defenses, in that game. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do against some other opponents moving forward in these next couple of weeks.
We'll see. Well, the thing is, they both run similar offenses. You know what I'm saying? To a degree, as far as motion and how they want to run the football and all of that. So they both practice against each other's offense basically every week, so they know how to handle those type of offenses, moving the motion, quick, spacing and all that shit. So I don't know, it's interesting. We'll see. I mean, the Rams defense, they are young, they are improving. Dolphins defense is first time I kind of seen them play okay. They still need to get a little bit more. They need to get a little bit more pass rush. They need an edge rusher. I don't see no bona fide edge rusher.
They was getting sacks on Stafford though.
Against sacks, but I need to see some more edge rush. I need that dominant force. They ain't got that. Okay. They ain't got that. But, I mean, yeah, defense is all right. They had some turnovers.
Well, I like what y'all had going on. I don't know what he talking about, but they put some pressure on him. Yeah, I do like that. I will say that.
I'm just glad the Dolphins won.
Yeah. That was the last leg of the second teaser I hit. Yeah. Love it. Yeah. But moving on to our next segment, we got a pretty cool segment around here that we like, and it's a thing we call Besides the Chiefs.
Besides the Chiefs.
Besides the Chiefs, man. We talked about the Chiefs and what they just did, and we talked about the team they beat in the Super Bowl. But besides the Chiefs, who else you got, and who else on your radar after this week 10, and what are you thinking about contenders, pretenders? Who's on your mind?
I don't know. After the Vikings had that hot start with Sam Darnold, even though they just won in Jacksonville,
he didn't have a great game.
He had a horrible game. I think he threw 3 picks. Horrible game. Couldn't score a touchdown. Anybody see Justin Jefferson? Nowhere to be found. Put an APB out on him. Are the Vikings still contenders? Because I know in the beginning everybody was, is this the Sam Darnold that everybody was waiting to see? Because he did. Last couple of weeks he hasn't been playing that great.
He hasn't. But I will say this. To the Jaguars' credit, they've played better defense over the past 2 or 3 weeks than they have probably for that earlier portion of the season. So it's not like he was going against a slouch of a defense. Now, I wouldn't expect the secondary to get that many picks on him, but more so the run defense and being able to get pressures on him. But, I mean, some of those passes, it was golfish. It was like, what? He probably would have had the worst performance had Jared Goff not turned around and said, hold my beer. But I just wasn't expecting him to throw the picks like that. But I think that's more of an aberration than a norm.
Then Aaron Jones got banged up too, which is not good.
He took a rib injury,
Which
but they
is not
say he
good for
gonna
the
play.
offense. Yeah, they need him to play.
They say he gonna play. They say he's good.
Yeah, if he
That's
doesn't
what
have
coaches
Aaron
like.
Jones there, I think that team is not the same. I don't think that team.
No,
is the
definitely
same team.
not, because the run game is nowhere near the same without Aaron Jones. So
and then
100%
obviously
agree with
another
that.
weapon out the backfield too, with his ability to catch the ball out the
He's
backfield.
just as good as a receiver.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm putting question marks on the Vikings as a contender because I didn't think they were a contender to begin with. I'm starting to. I was waiting for this Sam Darnold to show up, and I think he has arrived.
So you think Sam Darnold makes them a pretender more than a contender?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that yet. I'm curious to see what they do with Tennessee this coming week.
They better score some touchdowns. I know that.
Some of those other, for sure. And some of those other, they still got a couple division games left. So
Props
I'm
made
to see.
easy. Hit the link in the description below. Hit that Justin Jets over prop.
He ain't going under twice.
Hit that Justin Jefferson over prop. Props
Better
made
not.
easy. Click the link
My
in the
leading
description.
player on fantasy. I need you bad, big dog. If Justin Jefferson and I win in fantasy, I'm buying a Justin Jefferson jersey, brother.
There you go.
I need it. I need that. I need that money.
You should just buy it anyway because, I mean, he's a great player and he got extended and he got a contract, so he'll be with them for a couple more years.
Yeah.
But, I don't,
I like
the
to
Vikings,
incentivize my
the Vikings,
purchases.
in my opinion, I think they are pretenders. They got to find a way to get past Detroit in that division and maybe
That's a
Green
tough
Bay.
ask.
And then maybe Green Bay.
I think Green Bay, they put up a fight against Detroit and had a very, very close game.
Yeah.
So they showed me that they got some grit and some compete in them. Just Detroit pulled it off at the end, making plays happen. I think they can beat Green Bay, and it's possible. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion or anything.
It's
like
gonna come. It's gonna come
I'm
up.
not gonna say that.
I think it's gonna.
but
It's gonna come down to who's the better quarterback that day.
yeah.
Is Jordan Love better than Sam Darnold, or is Sam Darnold better than Jordan Love
That day.
that day? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I got another pretender though.
Who that?
And the only reason, who they actually?
Oh,
The Bengals.
they've been pretending all season.
They've been pretending all season because of the defense. But my problem is not even. I've been said they was cooked.
Yeah,
I feel like I said they was cooked like 2 weeks ago. But I got people text me this morning talking about, oh, it's an impactful game and implications. I don't know what they got in the water up there in Cincinnati, and they feeding people this information to think that they got some type of chance in hell.
no shot.
You got no chance.
That's what you got.
You're not beating the Ravens. We just saw that.
If they would have beat Baltimore, then I would be more on the optimistic side.
Yeah, but people think that Joe Burrow is about to miraculously win out. And I'm like, he's not. It's not
They got
him.
a tough road.
They can score the football. We seen they can score.
But they can't stop nobody.
They can't stop shit.
If it's a good offense, they're not stopping it.
I could go get a touchdown at quarterback versus the Bengals. Possibly.
If it's a good offense, they ain't stopping it.
They're not stopping it. They're not stopping it. They did a decent job containing Derrick Henry during that game because Derrick Henry didn't have much of a day against them on Thursday Night Football. However, if we being really real about it, bro, that defense ain't stopping nobody. Jamar Chase went out there and had the game of a century.
So they got the
3
Chargers,
touchdowns.
Chargers, Steelers, Cowboys, Titans, Browns, Broncos, Steelers again. Steelers probably going to be sitting people down. So Broncos, Browns, Titans, Cowboys, Steelers, Chargers.
They have a chance at winning most of those
They'll
games.
win most of those games.
The problem is this. If you go take a gander at your playoff picture, you also have the Browns, the Chargers. No, you have the Colts, the Broncos, the Chargers. The Ravens are going to win the division. The Texans are going to win their division. The Steelers they're probably going to come in second place to the Ravens.
Maybe not.
For the division. Maybe not. They might even outbeat the Ravens to win the division.
If the Steelers beat the Ravens on Thursday.
If the Steelers beat the Ravens on Thursday, and they have a tremendous chance at winning the division themselves, which means that the Ravens will be in a wild card spot, and we know that y'all are not about to outplay the Ravens for the rest of the season.
Absolutely not.
Barring health issues. You got the Bills winning their division by a long shot right now, and the Chiefs being undefeated. That's tough sledding. Like, even if you win, that's tough sledding for them to be able to overtake the Broncos or the Chargers at this point in the season, because the Chargers have a pretty favorable schedule. So, to me, I just feel like they cooked. But for some reason, I keep getting text messages about the Bengals and Joe Burrow, and I'm like, y'all, they cooked.
Yeah, they done. They done. That game was it. That was it. That was that game. That was the turning
Somebody
point.
Somebody trying to act like this is a must-win against the Chargers. I'm like, bro, they must won 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's a must-win every week at this point.
If they went out, they got the slimmest chance in hell. It's about a 25% chance they make the playoffs. About 25% chance. It's a lot of weeks left. People got to stay healthy. Bo Nix ain't playing that bad, though. He put up a competitive fight against the Kansas City Chiefs. But, I mean, let's just be real, man. Who they is cooked. I hate to be the one to deliver the news because I don't dislike him. I just call it how I see it.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, man, moving right along to another wonderful segment. It's quickly becoming one of our favorites.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little segment we like to call Clock Out.
It's time to go.
Who you got? Who you got clocking out for you this week?
I'm clocking out all NFL kickers. A couple weeks ago it was Greg the Leg Zerline. This week is all NFL kickers. What the hell is going on?
Clock out everybody.
All of them. A lot of these motherfuckers.
Yo, way cool.
Young Ho cool. Moody from the 49ers. Jake Moody. Some of everybody. Greg the Leg Zerline. I ain't forget about you. You still on the list too. Bates. Bates from Detroit.
He made two game winners. He made two at the end though.
Barely.
Hey, they went in.
They went in.
He went like right on the pole on the right and then right on the left.
Right. What's going on with these guys, man? Listen, I don't know what we got to do. Debo Samuel choking kickers out on the sideline. That's how bad it is. Listen, it's time for y'all to clock out. Get right. But just not even clock out. Just take a lunch break. Let's reset.
Take a lunch break.
Let's reset. Let's go ahead and get back into on the field. Let's get some more kicks going.
Atlanta was calling for cool head, and I had to call the Dogs off. I said, "Hey man, look, we're gonna get one more shot because you've been too good for too long." And I was like, maybe he had an off day. Maybe they put something bad in this gumbo down there in New Orleans. I won't put anything.
Three, die by the three.
Yeah,
the
that's
same
what
thing
they
applies in the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Falcons definitely died by it against the fucking Saints.
Crazy.
People, that's crazy work.
Couldn't score in the red zone.
No.
That's a different story. But yeah, all NFL kickers, you guys haven't been playing well this year. Some of you guys been doing very well over the 50, kicking 50 plus. That's great. But when it matters most, you've been dropping the ball and not making it. Wide left, wide right. Hit the goalpost. Come on, man. It's time for y'all to clock out.
Yeah, that's probably the most massive clock out I've seen.
Yeah, we cleaning house. We cleaning house.
He said no more field goals.
Yeah.
We're taking it away from the whole goddamn game.
Who you got?
Who do I got?
Who clocking out?
Well, he kind of clocked himself out. Dak Prescott.
Oh yeah, he been gone.
Now I heard at first during the game against the Falcons, I was like, he's grabbing his hand, then all of a sudden it's his hamstring, and I'm like, what is happening? Then it's a medical term my guy sent me, but basically it say that the shit is ripped off the bone. Got a bad hamstring injury. Okay, and now they saying that he's gonna undergo season-ending surgery tomorrow, which will be Wednesday, depending on when you all are catching this. It's gonna be season-ending surgery, so he's gonna be done. Now, we already been clocked out the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Been clocked them out weeks ago. I told you that before they played the Falcons. However, CD was looking defeated on the sideline. We even had one of our homeboys. It take a big man to apologize. He texted us and said, "I apologize for saying that Cooper Rush was gonna."
I don't know what he was thinking.
I don't know.
He must have been drunk.
I don't know. He had one too many brewskis.
Yeah, he was drunk.
But it just feels like the players are kind of like fed up, done with the team.
They don't like the antics, bro.
They don't like the antics.
They
don't
all
like the
talking
energy.
shit about Jerry Jones and how he's running the team. People walking in, watching them practice in the window like they some lab rats. They don't like the stadium with the sun coming in that's fucking messing up. CD can't catch a ball. So it's a lot of the energy is not good.
And it's like
they got bad energy out there.
They got like a real bad energy, and Dak Prescott clocking himself out and saying, "You know what? I'm done. I'm gonna go ahead and do the surgery."
He said we fucking suck.
He said we fucking suck. Then he said I got a hamstring injury.
I'm done. You're right. He threw in the towel. Throw in the damn towel. He threw that motherfucker.
And to me, that's very. I don't know. I'm not used to seeing that energy out of Dallas. I'm used to them having a lot of bravado.
Yeah.
You know, they usually bolstering their chest, no matter how good or bad they playing. Oh, Dallas. But the fans they ain't even got that glimmer in their eye.
Nah, I ain't seen that. I love it. I love it.
It's crazy work. It's almost sad. I ain't never seen them this down bad before. But karma.
You always see them down bad in the playoffs after a playoff loss, but not during the season.
Not during the season.
Halfway during the season.
They always think they're going to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, not this year.
Not this year.
No way, no how.
Haven't even heard them say it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But, hey.
I got one more clock out for you.
Who you got for me?
Chicago. The Bears.
They clocked out the OC.
Nah, that's the wrong one. Eberflus needs to go.
Eberflus,
you need to go. You know why? Not just because Caleb Williams was playing bad.
He's holding the ball for 2 business
Not
days.
because of that. They think the problem was the offensive coordinator, so they're gonna get rid of that. The Bears defense hasn't been playing well over the past month either.
I give him about 2 weeks.
So, and that's what Eberflus is overseeing. So the Bears defense not playing well. They need an offensive type mind coach for Caleb Williams to develop a little bit better. I look at it like how Dennis Allen, how the Chicago Bears held on to how the New Orleans Saints held on to Dennis Allen last year.
So you feel like they holding on too long?
They holding on too long because Eberflus should have been gone this year.
Well, they say when you holding on to the rope too long, you know, you start hurting your hand. You're really hurting yourself. But
yeah, Eberflus needs to go. What's gonna happen is they're gonna bring him back again, and they probably gonna end up firing his ass midway through the season, like Dennis Allen in the New Orleans Saints if they don't do well.
I mean, I think if they don't close out the remainder of this season well, ultimately he might get dropped in the offseason. Because I just feel like their division is so tough. They're gonna have to make a move and show that you have a significant fighting chance. Because prior to their loss on Sunday, they were the only division that had all of the teams 500 and above. So this loss put them under 500. And you lost significantly to a Patriots team with the offense that's pretty non-existent. So I can kind of agree with you on the defense being the problem in there. Because, I mean, they only scored 3 points. To the offense's to the credit of the people that fired him as the offensive coordinator, they only put up 3 fucking points.
Right.
Let's start there. But you gave up 19 to rookie Drake May.
Right.
With no wide receivers.
Right.
Who's their wide receivers?
Well, rookies.
Exactly.
Young Bulls.
It's basically Ramondre Stevenson versus the Bears, and he won.
Yeah. The Bears got too much talent on this team. Offensively, defensively, they invested too damn much. Now it's time for them to invest in a real offensive-minded head coach. Only thing is, the only head coaches out there that's probably on the market is going to be Ben Johnson, who's in Detroit currently.
Right.
And then probably Bobby Slowick, who's in Houston right now. So those are going to probably be the only two offensive guys that you're going to be looking at. Now, is Detroit going to let Ben Johnson go? That's going to be something crazy.
Well, I think Ben Johnson kind of chose to come back because he felt like they had such a great chance, or they had something great. And to his credit, I mean, look at him.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately he's coming out next season. I mean, he's doing too phenomenal of a job at putting together that offense for him to not go and pursue his head coaching position. So, especially if Detroit wins the Super Bowl, he's gonna be gone. Peace out.
But like I said, Eberflus, Chicago, it's time for y'all to make change in the offense, in the head coach department.
Maybe
get somebody offensive minded. You got too much damn talent on that football team to be doing what you're doing. Your defense hasn't been playing great. Caleb Williams has been digressing. You get rid of the offensive coordinator.
He's holding the ball too damn long.
Holding it on. Take a note from the Miami playbook and let that ball
2 seconds.
Rip.
Get
let
it
that
out.
ball go.
Tua don't hold the ball more than 3 seconds.
Eberflus, it's time to clock out, and I guarantee you we're going to be seeing him on the chopping block next season if he's still there.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But man, you know, I feel like we done told these folks a lot about week 10 and all that stuff that already happened and whatnot and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
However, what do these folks need to see? What is the must-see TV that you got for these people for week 11? Man? Talk to the people, man.
You remember, like I said last week, I said if Jaden Daniels doesn't win against the Pittsburgh Steelers, or if he does win, then I'll be sold. I'm not 100% sold yet.
Okay.
I'm getting sold. You know, I'm talking to the salesman. Okay, he got me. Hey, I'm talking to him. We negotiating, whatever. He kind of lost me on that loss, a little bit.
I mean, it was a 1-point loss. They fought.
Yeah. He lost me there. But must-see TV, Thursday night, TNF. Shout out to TNF, by the way, on Amazon Prime. Definitely one of the best shows put together. Post-game, pre-game. I love the post-game.
Yeah. But
Thursday night, an NFC East matchup. The Washington Commanders, Philadelphia Eagles, primetime football, 7-2 versus 7-3, I believe. Mm-hmm. Might be for the division. To be a division leader.
I definitely think this one is must see.
Must see TV for sure. Saquon Barkley, my guy.
Nah, I mean for sure. This game got some playoff implications.
Oh yeah.
So this is probably going to determine who's going to win the division and who's going to be wild card coming down to that final stretch of the season. Because I do think they win the majority of their games down the stretch. So I think this game is highly important, and it should just be an entertaining game. The Eagles are playing very well right now. Jaden Daniels, the legend of Jaden Daniels, still continues. He still looks good, still fun to watch, still dynamic. McLaurin said he's probably the best quarterback he's played with. You know what I'm saying? He has the best connection with him.
Yeah, for sure. Scary
so
Terry.
That's good words to hear from your number one receiver, you know? Even though Robinson has been out, in and out of the lineup, having a hamstring issue right now, they still were able to generate some offense through Eckler, kind of using him in the pass, a little bit of running, but they kind of use him in passing a lot. So, you know, they're dynamic all the way around.
I'll say this. If Washington loses to Philly, they are going to be on my pretender list next week. Because this is going to show me.
I think they're losing to Philly, brother.
Because that's going to show me you're not going to be able to beat good teams.
I love the legend of Jaden Daniels. I do. But I don't think they're necessarily winning against Philly. Just me being real with you.
I agree. As long as Philly is healthy, if they got A.J. Brown, Smitty, and Saquon, they're going to win the game.
I'll tell you this, though. When I run another teaser, might put Washington in that teaser, though.
+9, yeah. That might be a play.
+9, +9.5.
Yeah, that's really on Thursday night. Good. Yeah, Philly is capable of
put Washington in your second teaser.
Philly is capable of making games tighter than what they need to be. Yeah. I would say that they'll win, but they make sure you gonna be tuned in.
He said they make sure you gonna tune in.
Yeah, you gonna stay. Hey, don't move off that couch. Don't change that dial.
They beat the hell out of who was that? They beat the hell out of
just now. They beat the
Jacksonville
hell out of
too, though.
Did they?
They beat the hell out of somebody like 2 weeks ago by a lot.
Yeah, they just beat the hell out of Dallas.
No, the Bengals. They beat the hell out of the Bengals. Yeah, but we're gonna see another game.
What you got?
Another division game.
Who that?
No, hell no. Pittsburgh and Baltimore.
Oh yeah, another playoff implication game.
Very similar, pretty much the exact same scenario.
Yeah.
Whichever team wins this probably ends up winning the division.
Yeah.
They're both jockeying for position for number one, and to see who's ultimately going to be in that wild card spot, and that's highly important, especially when it comes down to who gets that home game.
Home game, yeah.
In the playoffs. So these two games, for similar reasons, have heavy playoff implications. Two teams that's juggernauts, pretty well coached right now. Tomlin is one of those guys that coach. He's just one of them ones. So, you always have to be prepared for that. But he's fully prepared. He's fully aware of who he's playing against. Mm-hmm. He has a lot of respect for Lamar Jackson.
Absolutely.
So he's not underestimating them at all. So I expect him to come out here with a very nice game scheme. Our guy Mike Williams that we just talked a little shit about actually went out there and scored a game-winning touchdown. Credit to him. Mm-hmm. We're going to see what they can put together offensively with Russell Wilson to score on that defense, who's been a little bit of a roller coaster, I'll say.
They've been on the
but
plateau.
More so on the downside.
Yeah, on the downside.
It's more of a roller coaster.
You can throw on them. Dropping. You can throw on them, and what?
Oh, Jamar Chase showed us.
Yeah, you can throw on them, and what? And the thing that Pittsburgh has been doing lately since they made the switch from Justin Fields to Russell Wilson is throwing the ball deep down the field. Yeah. So I kind of like Pittsburgh in this game.
It's not a bad dog.
I kind of like Pittsburgh.
They're the underdog by 3 points right now, and it's not a bad dog. Also going into my second teaser. Just letting you all know, because I feel like y'all should know about these teasers. These folks got to kind of hear this shit.
Yeah.
No cap.
The more they subscribe, the more we'll tell them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll save it. Yeah. But I get
that's so I'm leaning Pittsburgh on this one, just for the simple fact that Pittsburgh offensively, they throw the ball deep down the field. Baltimore has not been able to fix
it's the defense.
That faucet on the back end. That faucet is just so leaky. You can get as many yards as you want down there. Hopefully they fix it this week.
And the Steelers play some pretty damn good defense themselves, so they should be able to do something to corral where the Ravens aren't just running amok and doing everything they want to get.
Right.
Now, if Derrick Henry goes off and have himself another crazy game, what do you do about that?
Yeah.
What do you do?
And then the last must-see TV. This guy doesn't think it's must-see TV. And I'll let him talk about that. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills.
Y'all don't need to watch
why
this.
Isn't it must-see TV?
Y'all are hyping it. Oh, it's Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. And, they go at it, and they're going to be in the playoffs. And Josh Allen is really going to do it this time. And he's going to – I've heard this story 17 times before, okay? Listen, the Chiefs are going to pull off a miraculous win in the fourth quarter. It's going to happen. Did they send you the NFL script?
I didn't get the script.
They're using the same script.
I don't have they don't got my email.
Okay. Well, Patrick Mahomes is going to pull off something miraculous in the fourth quarter. They're going to end up winning this game. We know it's going to happen. Josh Allen is going to come out here. He's going to fight. He's going to throw a pick at an inopportune time. And then it's going to be costly. He's going to play his ass off, and it's going to be an interception somewhere in there, and then it's going to be a pick, and then the Chiefs are going to end up winning. Listen, I don't think it's must-see TV because we've seen it.
Yeah. I think it's must-see TV because we want to see the Chiefs win another game.
People want to see the Chiefs get beat by Buffalo.
I don't.
People do. I think a lot of people want that to happen.
Oh, yeah, they do.
I think that's why they say it's must-see-TV, because they're like, oh, they got a real good shot this time.
They really don't,
at
though.
beating them, but they really don't.
They really don't, because Buffalo's banged up. Their receivers are hurt.
They down two receivers.
They were able to,
matter of fact,
to pull away from who they play, the Colts.
Yeah,
they were able to pull away from the Colts, but it took a while.
It did.
It took a while.
Actually, the Bills are a 2-point favorite in this game, and I'm not sure with Keon Coleman being banged up and
Shakur
and Cooper.
Yeah.
So with their wide receiver core being essentially banged up.
You know what's crazy? I got all three of them fuckers on my fantasy team.
And did you find yourself struggling at times?
Two of those fuckers in the IR.
Yeah. So
Cooper and Keon. And Shakir ain't doing shit. He's banged up too. That's crazy. I didn't even realize
that. You had Kincaid at one point.
I did have Kincaid. I drafted Kincaid. The hell? Nah, so I mean, Josh Allen's gonna have to put on his cape per usual, but in the end, it's just the Chiefs are gonna find a way to do it.
They know each other.
Yeah,
they know each other.
I think they get the edge because they in Buffalo, and then the Chiefs had that little dog fight with the Denver Broncos. But
the Chiefs have had a gang of dog fights this season. However, that's not the point. They figure out a way to win. We just named 4 ways they won a game.
Chiefs money line, take it.
Chiefs money line, I love it.
Take it now before it turns to a pickle.
Spoiler alert. But yeah, I like the Chiefs are a dog right now. That's your third pick we just threw out there.
Just
giving it to them. That's the third one. The Chiefs are underdog. I love it.
We paying bills this week.
For sure. For sure. But nah, I just don't love it just because of that. I mean, and I just feel like they've really banged up, and I feel like we already know that the Chiefs find a way to win games. Who the hell is going to beat the Chiefs? I don't see the Bills doing it. I'm sorry.
The Chargers.
I hope so. I like that. I get a kick out of that. I hope so. But speaking of bets, man.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
These folks need to know, man. One of the most important parts of the show is a little segment we like to call Best Bets.
Those are dice.
Yeah, set the dice, roll them things, man.
Those
how
chips.
Did you do on your Best Bets last week?
I think I went 2-1. Did I go 2-1?
I think you did.
2-1. It's just I just been 2-1. But here's the thing: if you 2-1, so I was 1-2.
Buffalo,
Pittsburgh,
San Francisco did not.
They did not cover.
They didn't cover.
Bastard.
Fuckers won, but they didn't cover.
Damn Moody.
I went 1 and 2.
1 and 2
on mine because
the Falcons.
Well, the Falcons, because of Koo, can't fucking make a field goal. Minnesota covered, and Chicago got the hell beat out of them they got belt to ass from the Patriots.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy work. So
we looking to rebound this week.
So I
want a clean sweep. I'm tired of this 2-1 shit. I need a clean sweep, and I think this week is it.
I had a clean sweep the week before that. I need another one.
Yeah, let's do it. So let me get into my best bet. So my first play, and it's crazy because I kind of dogged them in the contender pretender segment.
You did,
but I'm taking them. They're moneymaker. Give me the Minnesota Vikings. They played like shit. They play in Tennessee this week. They played like shit last week versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. That was a decent defense that they played against. They couldn't score any touchdowns. Anybody see Jay Jettis? Haven't seen him.
Hey man, he's not too much on Jets.
He's gonna come back. He's gonna come back and show ass this week. And they're going to cover the spread. Minnesota -6 versus the Tennessee Titans. They play this nasty, sloppy game. I don't see them doing that again and repeating that. Tennessee, they got Matt. They're going to be playing. Who's playing? Who's the quarterback for Tennessee right now? I don't even know. Is it Will Levis still?
Will Levis played. Levis was quarterback.
He's still quarterback. I don't care who it is. Whoever they got on their roster.
He came back and started.
No matter who's on their roster right now, they're not going to be able to handle that Minnesota defense either. You know what I mean?
I feel like that Minnesota defense is about to eat Will Levis alive.
Oh yeah, for sure. So give me the Minnesota Vikings -6. My next one is going to be Detroit. I don't normally do this, but I'm taking this. The biggest spread on the board, probably the biggest spread all season. Detroit -13.
I thought it was a college football game.
Detroit -13. They're playing Jacksonville. I might be crazy because Jacksonville is competitive.
Their defense has stepped up,
but they playing Mac Jones.
Hey, listen. Our boy tried to tell us about Jacksonville against Minnesota. And I was like, bro, Mac Jones starting? Oh, give me Minnesota.
No.
They ended up covering for me last week.
Yeah.
And they didn't have a good game at all.
I'm taking Detroit. Detroit was in a legit dog fight.
Yeah.
With Houston.
Oh, yeah. That was an illegal dog fight.
That was the worst we probably seen Detroit play in the first half of a football game since before Dan Campbell got there.
Yeah.
And they were able to come back and make something happen. I don't think you're going to see a 5-interception game from Jared Goff again. This game, give me Detroit first half, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, the whole game. Detroit minus 13 versus the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm around St. Brown prop.
Yeah, props made easy. Click the link in the description. Jacksonville is not going to be able to do nothing, especially offensively. Mac Jones against this defense that Detroit's been playing with. They've been playing very well in the secondary, getting turnovers, playing a lot of man coverage, getting pressure from the interior as well. McNeil, that defensive tackle on the interior, he's a beast.
Yeah.
So give me Detroit minus 13.
And they're getting Zadarius to play this game coming up.
Yep.
This will be his first game.
Zadarius Smith was
like
playing
his
as well.
energy. He came out with his chains on after the game,
Coaching people up
on the sideline.
Yeah, it's your
he
first
came
day
out with
here.
good energy. Came with his buffs on. Mm-hmm. He had real good Detroit energy.
Yeah. My last pick is going to be Cleveland off a bye week. They playing the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. That win against the Falcons, that was some fluke shit. Give me Cleveland.
Where the fuck did MVS even come from? I was asking who is he gonna pass to all week, and then MVS shows up on the starting line.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling is not going to have an appearance like that again, especially against this Cleveland defense. I love how the corners in Cleveland
scare people
play.
once a year like Halloween.
Denzel Ward, stud. Obviously, you got Myles Garrett. Nick Chubb. They had a bye week. They had a week to prepare for this. Jameis Winston going back to New Orleans. He's going to show them, hey, y'all should have kept me here instead of going ahead and getting Derek Carr. You feel me? So
I still can't be scared of J-Bo, but
J-Bo wins.
But yeah, I think J-Bo gonna win this game.
J-Bo wins.
I'm with you.
Cleveland +1. So my 3 best bets: Minnesota -3, Detroit -13, and Cleveland +1.
Okay, I'm with you. I can rock with those picks. My picks are,
what you got?
What do you got? Give me the Los Angeles Rams, man. -5. You said they have 5 right now versus the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Patriots were just playing against a badass Bears team. They were having a down week. So I just feel like they was playing against a bad team at that particular point in the schedule. I don't see them coming out and looking that great against the Los Angeles Rams. What I saw from their defense and that pressure that those rookies on that line are getting and the other defensive players that they got was pretty impressive to me. Mm-hmm. And that was against a dynamic offense. So I feel like if they can put that much pressure on Tua and that offense, they should be able to do even greater against Drake May and who are the rest of the guys? Drake May and Ramondre Stevens. Yeah. They should be able to have themselves a day on defense.
Good rebound game.
Good rebound game for them. Puka, Cooper, Kyron.
It's too much.
It's too much.
Too much for the Patriots to handle.
I'm going to look at their lines on props. Made easy too.
Yeah, link in the description.
Next one I like is, I'm not a huge fan of 7.5.
The hook.
That hook, especially. Mm-hmm. I don't love 7, but I don't love 7.5 for sure. But I do like Houston against a terrible fucking Dallas Cowboys team.
Mm-hmm. It looked like it dropped down to 7 just now.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it just dropped down to 7. Mm-hmm. But I'm still taking them. Either way go. 7 points. Give me Houston Texans versus Dallas Cowboys. I think Nico Collins is coming back.
Yeah, they need him. They really do.
They really do. And they almost had him in that Detroit game, but they deactivated him like last second.
Healthy scratch.
So I'm fully expecting him to play this next game against Dallas. Micah Parsons coming back was a help to them on defense because he did generate a lot of pressure. However,
was it a help?
It was.
They gave up 34 points.
Well, during the first half.
Was that?
Well, during the first half.
Did he help? That's not the help we need.
During the first half.
So they're going to put up 60 on them? I mean, shit.
To
without
the credit,
Micah?
To the credit, though, the Cowboys' offense only had 6 fucking points. So they weren't really giving much field position.
I'm not giving them no credit. They ass. Just how you feel about the Cincinnati Bengals, I feel like that towards the fucking Dallas Cowboys.
Cooper Rush had 45 yards passing.
Awful.
And then they put in Trey Lance, and he didn't do much of shit either. So to me,
they to
me it was short field.
They falling apart.
It was short field position. What was they gonna be able to do? Rico Dowd got 53 yards rushing.
No
last
offense.
week. Jake Ferguson was your leading
Go to
receiver.
team stat.
That is the team stats.
Yeah. Total yards 146.
Like I said,
That's
that is the team stats. 45, 53, 24. That's the whole goddamn team. Listen, they're bad. They're really bad.
Yeah.
And I think a healthier Houston Texans, hopefully having Will Anderson, going to make it even worse.
Yeah.
Give me the Texans -7. And the last one, I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers against an also horrendous Chicago Bears team. They fired the OC. You think the OC wasn't your problem. Your problem is your defense is fucking up, but the OC was fucking up too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're going to see, but I just feel like Green Bay off a bye. Division game, it's a lot leaning in their favor. They were a little bit banged up themselves, so getting healthy off of that, hopefully having Jordan Love a little healthier to play against a division opponent. Give me that. So I'll take the Rams -5, Houston -7, and the Green Bay Packers -6 against the Chicago Bears.
I don't know about that Green Bay, but yeah.
It's not my favorite.
Everything else I can get behind.
But I love it. You took on my other teams. All right, man. Before we let these people go, though.
Yeah.
It's just one thing. These folks got to know. Did you put them up?
Well, I ain't seen them in a minute.
My dog was barking last week, but these folks need to know, what are the dogs of the week?
All right. So
Last week, your dog, you ain't seen him. Fifi's still missing.
fuck the Jets. The worst dog you can pick. Put them back in the streets.
Send them dogs to the pound.
I'm done with the Jets.
My dog barked last week. I had Pittsburgh Steelers.
Pittsburgh, that's a good one. Really good one.
Yeah,
Love
really
it.
good dog.
Yeah, should have had Pittsburgh, and I should have had Miami because I did play Miami money line.
Yeah. Could have took the Panthers too.
This week, I'm gonna pick a dog that you don't really like, but I think it's a good spot for him. I think it's a really good spot for him. I think it's a good matchup for him.
Go ahead.
Give me the Cincinnati Bengals, man. They're playing the Chargers, right?
Yep.
They playing the Chargers.
Los Angeles Chargers.
Sunday Night Football. The Bengals.
I don't hate the Bengals.
The
I
Bengals
just don't think they're gonna make the playoffs.
I think they score a lot of points offensively. The only way Chargers have a chance of winning this game is shortening the game, running the football.
They gotta eat up clock.
Yeah, shorten the game, running the football. They can't get in a shootout with the Bengals. They're not gonna. I don't think they have. They're not equipped.
Right.
To do that. So
no, they're not equipped for a shootout with the Bengals. I'll for damn sure be the first to tell you that.
Yeah,
as
they're
a
not
Chargers
equipped.
fan.
Yeah.
The only way they win, the way that the Chargers win this game is if they eat up clock and run the football.
Yeah. So give me the Cincinnati Bengals. I think they barked this week. They have been crucified in the media. Crucified by this guy.
For sure.
I think it's time for them. They're going to win this game.
They crucified themselves.
They're going to win this game. They're going to win.
They've been crucifying themselves because they keep shooting themselves.
They're going to win this game.
But Jamar Chase showed that he's really fucking good at football.
Yeah.
And he's always
That's my
open.
dog, Cincinnati.
And he's
Who
always
they?
open.
Joe Burr.
I get that one. I actually understand that, dog. My dog is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Should be everybody's dog.
Why are the Chiefs my dog? Let's be real. I seen this before. They say the Bills are going to beat them every time. And it was like, oh, it's so important of a game. Da, 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 da. This game has no playoff implications whatsoever. They're both going to win their fucking divisions. So they're going to be number one seeds. The Chiefs are going to win more games than the Bills, so they're going to have home field advantage. They're probably going to run into them at Arrowhead, and they're probably going to lose again in the playoffs. Let's just be real.
If they can get past the Ravens.
If they can get past the fucking Ravens.
Or the Steelers.
Or the Steelers. Because the Bills don't have the easiest path to get there. Let's just be honest. So, give me the Chiefs. Because I've seen this before. I don't need to explain that else.
Yeah.
But make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe, because that's all we got.
That's all we got.
I
gave you all a half.
I gave you all that. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel.
And as we always say,
what is that?
Parlays.
Making money line plays. May all these bets continue to pay.
Continue to pay.
Click the links in the bio.
And make sure that these bookies continue to pay. Because if not, we breaking fingers.
Hey, man.
We cutting fingers off.
Looking for one on right now.
Yeah.
But, peace.
Peace.